Hello, I'm back. It's only been 2 weeks. Today's July the 31st, and this is Flosstube number 28. My name's Debbie, the North Carolina Stitcher, and this is my YouTube video about cross stitch. I have some few whips to show you, a little bit of haul, and my haul is mostly thread and fabric because I've been getting my clubs in. I have one pattern I just bought today. And it was a PDF download, so I was able to get it. Well, I have a few other PDF downloads, but I didn't download those. I did print this one up, so I'm going to show that one to you. Okay, first of all, everything's been going as well as can be expected. My middle son's still really mad at me for some, I guess because he's the middle child and he's got that middle child syndrome thing going on. You'd think by the time someone's 38 years old that he'd be a little bit more adult, but obviously not. So, but I'm sure that will resolve itself one way or the other down the road, and I'm not going to worry myself about it. I've been still trying to stay home as much as I can. I still have to go out shopping and do things for some of the kids, but I'm wearing a mask. And I'm using sanitizer and Lysol to wipe down and trying my best to stay as safe as possible. But there's only so much you can do. You have to still live your life. To a certain extent, you have to go out and do certain things, especially if you have no one that can go out and do it for you. My husband's still working, so that's looking pretty good so far. And we are hopefully done with the remodeling on our house for the year. I sure hope so. I am so ready to be done with that. Now if I can just get it cool enough for me to get out there and rake my yard, because it really needs it after all those limbs we got cut, all the little odds and ends that's left after they got all that out of the yard. I really need to do that. So, but that's for another day. I have been stitching mostly on, I think I've only got like 3 or 4 different things I've stitched on the last couple of weeks. I have 2 new starts, and so I'm going to go ahead and start off by showing you the one that I showed you last time. But, it's the Winter by Blackbird Designs. I know I showed it to you, but I think I did a little bit more that night that I made my video. I think I got the flower in. I don't think you saw that, but if you did, I'm sorry. You see it again. And so there that is. I really, really love Blackbird Designs. There's so many of them, and I have so many of them, and I want to do every darn one of them. But unfortunately, that's just not the way it goes. Okay, and then the next one is a new start, which I'm kind of starting this as a, I started this as like a, kind of like an ode to the pandemic. It's called All Souls Verlinden. I guess that's how you pronounce that word. I really don't know. Verlinden. And it's and I'm doing this on my, here it is. That's my start. It has like little skulls in it. And I have this one. There's also a band sampler. And this is put out by Quiltify Designs on Etsy. Oh no, there was my pattern. I just downloaded it and printed. I'll show that here in a few minutes. But anyway, there it is. I'm doing this on 40 count Vertil. This is my fabric of the month, I think from last month. From Kathy Davidson, Dying for Cross Stitch, and I'm really enjoying that. And the thread is hers also. It's a blue. I don't think it's named. It's a real dark blue, beautiful thread. So I'm really enjoying doing this. It's 1 over 1, and so I worked on this for about a week. Well, maybe not quite a week. Let's see. Let me see how many days I actually worked on this. 1, 4, 5 days. I worked on it 5 days in the last 2 weeks. So that's coming right along. And then, let me stick it back in this little envelope. I need some more, what you call it, project bags. I got a lot of these, but they're not quite big enough for some things. And then I started a new one. It's from Autumn. It's from Stitchers Through the Years. I think that's the name of it. It's an Etsy shop. It's called Autumn is Coming Mini Quaker. And I kind of started this one. My birthday's this month. I didn't mention it last time, even though I made my video on the 15th. My birthday was the 12th. No special celebration. I did get cake and flowers from my husband and my youngest stepson. It was so sweet. I hadn't had a cake since I've been with my husband, and that's been almost 20 years. So I didn't need it, but it was just like a little half cake, so it wasn't too bad. But I really enjoyed it. But anyway, it's this one right here. Autumn is coming. I love Quakers, and it's about the time to get into that autumn stitching. Now it calls for a gast, maybe a couple of weeks dye works, and a color cotton. I may have those. I didn't check. You see my threads over there. So I decided that I get a color and cotton. I've never used it. I've been getting it for well over a year. I've got a bunch of that stuff, and I thought, you know, I'm going to see if I can't switch it out for color and cotton and see what I come up with. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. I think I made the colors a little different than what it shows there, but I did made them how I want them, so that's the way I did it. And here is my star. I think it's really pretty. It won't take long to get this done. I'll probably work on it a few more days, and well, you know, the motifs are kind of large, but I really enjoyed doing that. And I love that thread. This right here is let's see if I write it down on my pattern. Okay, this one right here is called Witch's Socks. The purple right there is Witch's Socks. And then I have the oh, this is just terracotta right here. This is like I said, this is a color cotton. I love the way it variegates, and I'm not sure what this brown is, but I wanted something a little darker for that. And it also has a light lavender, which is going to probably be pebble. No, wisteria, and then pebble is going to be like it's supposed to be like a gray purple gray. And so, but I'll show that to you as I get further along. And so those are my two starts for the month. This is probably going to be a kind of short video today, because, you know, 2 weeks, I really should do it about once a month probably, because I don't get a lot of different things stitched. But I might try to do more. I did some on my granddaughter's birth sampler. I'm just putting I got to put her name in and then her stats. And I just got her name in yesterday. Since it's her full name, I really didn't want to put that on. Facebook or YouTube, whatever. Okay, this one here is God in My Garden. This is from Tempting Tangles. I got this side right here done, and this one right here, it started. It hadn't got finished yet. I did this night before last, and then I was going to work on it last night, but then I decided to put my granddaughter's name in her birth sampler, and so I didn't have time to do it all, so that's what I did. Oh, it's got a needle attached to it because I got to finish that bird. But there's not very much more left on this one, and I really like it. Let's see here, is that everything? It looks like that's everything that I stitched for the last 2 weeks. I'm not stitching as much as I should be, but I'm still stitching, so I'm really happy about that. Okay, the next thing I got is some haul. Now, I know, like a lot of people say, people don't like haul. I don't understand. But personally, I love haul. But a lot of people don't like it, so the rest of it's going to probably be haul. This is a pattern I bought today off of it's Sampler Makers on Facebook. I think she's also on all those other Sampler World, probably the Sampler Life. And she posts, her name's Eileen Cross, and she charts samplers from museums that she gets the permission to do it. And this one is a smaller sampler, and most of them she said it sells less chart packs because I guess they're more involved. But this is kind of a smaller one, and maybe kind of like the the little gems from Hands Across the Sea, which I love those too. But this is Ciw1870 Sampler, and I really love the colors. Now, this is the actual sampler, and she sells a chart for the. It's really reasonable. I sent her a message on Facebook. Then I sent her my email or my PayPal address. She sent me an invoice, and within 5 minutes I had my chart. So that. I'm going to probably start this one since it's not that big. I think that, let's see, the stitch count is 144 by 225. Compared to most big sample, most reproduction samplers, that's not very big. Alrighty, well then I got my color and cotton for this month. I still haven't got my Victorian motto yet because she is so. I mean, she said, I think she said she was still doing some sending. I'm still doing some posting, and I haven't got my shipping notice yet. So I'm sure mine will probably go out. Might have went out today, or will go out soon. But I don't think I got a shipping notice. I did go to the post office today, so it wasn't there. But anyway, I know I'll get it. I just know she's just been really covered up with work. You know, done, which I can't blame anybody that wants to get in on her threads because they're beautiful. This one is called Natural. I think I'm really going to get into these now that I start using them. Cardamom. That is really pretty. This is Bombay. It's kind of a, it almost has like a, my lighting is not good, so it's almost like a really light terracotta. And this one is Hollyberry, which I think that's really pretty. Not quite as neon looking as that. Maybe it's because of my shirt. Yeah, this looks more like it. And this one is Golden Ale. So those are my 5 from her. I really have gotten to where I really like changing the threads, you know, because, you know, you look at what they've got and what they've chosen, and then you can make your choice, and that's easier than just saying, okay, here's a pattern, choose your colors. I'm not good at that. It kind of paralyzes me. Uh-oh. I'm dropping all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I know I mentioned that I had not received my threads from, my nest egg from Trish at 3 Hour Threads. I sent her an email right away. She had just missed me somehow, mailing. I don't know why. She knew she had invoiced me and I paid, but somehow it just got missed. And so she sent me. She didn't have the 10 skeins, so the 10-yard skeins. So she sent me. These are for the 5-yard skeins, and then she sent me 2 dinky dies. So, but these are the gas. I think once I get down to the, which I think we're going to be on the season D's. I've already been through 1 round of these, and I'm on my 2nd round of the sampler threads. I use that so much. So many patterns call for the sampler or the gas thread, so I'm trying to stock up on that as much as possible. Okay, and I got my fabric of the month from. I want to take it out of the bag because you just can't see it. This is from Dye for Cross Stitch. This is 40 count Vertical. Like I said, that's my favorite fabric. And that is really pretty. It's a hot, like a really hot pink. And I ordered some of the thread redyed. She calls them redyes. What she does is she sets up her page, and then all the cottons of the month she goes in there, and then you can put in what you want, because it's almost impossible to get her stuff just going, you know, on the group when she posts them. So I'm really happy she decided to start doing this. You can get them in 10-yard skeins or 50-yard skeins. I got 2 skeins of this. It's called Toned Turquoise. Hey, some of her, this one's actually got a name. Like that. And this one is called Navy Blue. She said the end of one of them didn't, the ends of them didn't do right, so she gave me a partial refund, which, you know, that was fine. I mean, you know, I'm sure I can find something with it. I can put some more dye on it. Here's Gerber. Wow, it's bright. And it is bright. So. Yeah, that looks like it. And this one is called Mandarin. Don't know what I'll use those for, but I'm sure I'll come up with something for the blues pretty quick. Because I've been stitching the heck out of some blue lately. Okay, and here's my color and cotton fabric of the month. I'm sure everybody's seen this. Pearwood. This is 40 count Newcastle linen. I think most people have seen that because a lot of people have been getting that. And I have quit Under the Sea Fabric Club. And but this is my last one. It's called Melissa Fuss. Melissa. Melissa or something. Really nice. It's a really nice neutral. Which I'm all for the neutrals. So, yeah, that's good. That's really nice. I've got so much fabric now, I'll probably never need to buy another piece of fabric again. But you know, the thing is I'll decide to stitch something and then I won't have something that's quite big enough. That's my luck. You know what I mean? I'm in the Baker's Dozen, and if I get mine, I don't get mine from Crazy Nannies. I get mine from Needlecraft Corner. And I'm getting, last year I got the 32 count Lugana or Joblin, whichever it was, and this year I'm getting 40 count Newcastle. And this is, it's Heroic. I don't usually like really mottled fabric, but that's not too bad. I've got to decide whether I'm going to get in on that again this year or not. I don't know. It's just so hard. I mean, I got so much fabric. I just don't know. Just do not know. I need to, you know, quit with some of this stuff. I'm going to keep my Victorian motto, that's for sure. And as a free gift, she always sends a little free gift with it. It's a pair of scissors with a little case. Isn't that cute? So, I'm sure those will come in handy. Now, I was telling you about my debacle with Silk Weaver, which I accidentally called, you know, Silks for You. I wish they were as good as Silks for You as far as shipping. But what happened was, is I texted them or sent them messages a couple of times. Now, last time I was like, they were kind of a little bit, you know, well, they were not mean. Or, you know, the thing is in a text or a message, you kind of put your own thought, what you think someone's meaning to say to you, that tone on it, and so that's how a lot of misunderstandings happen, because a lot of times nothing is meant out of the way for it. But they just told me that they're just late. You know, you will get your package, and they finally, I got a shipping. I mean, I had the shipping notice for like a month and a half before it actually showed that it was moved, that I actually received it. So this is, I got 4 pieces of the 40 count Vertil, and this is called Lavender Splash. That's pretty close to what it looks like too. This one is Coral Crystals. Sand. Now sand, that's a good one for sampler. And Driftwood. Yeah, those are really nice. I mean, I love their fabric. You just can't go wrong with their fabric. Okay, and I do want to start Pandemic, but I'm just about paralyzed with trying to choose colors. I've decided either on this. No, that's not it. I can't find my fabric. Oh, here it is. I've got 2 different fabrics. I've got a choice of what I'm going to do. One of these 2 fabrics, and I guess it depends on the thread I use. This is Bramble 40 count by Picture This Plus, and this is Light Mocha from just Zweigart. I got this from Stash and Load from somebody that sells it new. So both of those are big enough. And I was really thinking about using, excuse me, I'll go get the thread. This one right here. And then maybe some pink for accents. This is 11394 from Threadworks. I went in there on 1, 2, 3 stitch. I need 5 more skeins to have enough. And they don't have it right now. And I really don't want to start with this, and you know, with the way things are, that until I'm sure I'll be able to get it. And I want to get it where I can sure it's going to match up. You know, I've never seen any problem with their dye lots. And this is the 20-yard skein. I already have 5 of these. I need 5 more to do on 40 count over 1/1, I mean. But I just can't make a decision. I don't want to do it in black. I don't mind having some black in there, but I don't think I could do black, total, you know, complete black for that big of a design. I just don't know that I can. you know, I'd probably end up not doing them at all. And this is a pretty red too. And you know, I thought about using this pink is like the accent color. Well, it's not really. Is that pink? No. I can't even find pink in here because my light's so bad. Even I can't even see in my light. I can't even imagine what you're seeing. So that for like a, you know, highlights. So I do want to order the new Hands Across the Sea Bristol sampler. Mary 1869, 1839. I think it's 1839. I went on 1, 2, 3 Stitch. They have it. If you saw my post on it, I think I did it on Stitch Mania. I put it in my cart, put the thread in the cart, and I went to look at the cart. It was like $800 and some dollars. I thought, what the heck is going on here? And then it says only 94 skeins, and I was doing the Vers Soie d'Alger, Soie d'Alger, because I love stitching with that, especially on those big samplers like that. I thought, well, I'll splurge for this. You know, it's probably not more than, you know, 10 skeins, you know, at the most. I was thinking, yeah, well, it is actually a little bit more than that. But it said it needed 146 skeins. I think it needs 14. That's what it needs. So I thought, oh, Lord, no. But I decided I'm probably going to go ahead and get the pattern. But the thread, I may end up doing something that I have here. Or either some DMC or something. I don't know. That's a lot of money. Even if I get 14 skeins at $440, that's still, you know, that's over $50 for those. And like $60, $70 for thread. Not counting the fabric, which I'm sure I've got a piece of fabric. One of those would work for it. So that's what I've been doing. And so this week I'm going to try to work some more on my winter for the next couple of weeks. Some more of my pandemic. I'd love to finish my sampler for my granddaughter, but I'm having a hard time getting the information for her time she was born, her weight and length, and that's getting a little frustrating because I really want to work on that and get it done, and so I can get it framed for her. Because she's going to be a year old in November, and I want to. Oh, I almost forgot the most wonderful. The most wonderful, I can't even think what I was trying to say, thread. I know a lot of you are probably big fans of Vicki Clayton hand-dyed fibers that, you know, she don't dye anymore. Well, I'm on her hand-dyed fibers fanatic group, and she went on there and said that she'd found some matte linen. That's not the shiny linen. And not linen, but a thread, and she was going to dye it, and wanted, you know, and then she said when she got it dyed, she'd put a thing in there because she's going to sell it. Well, here's I ordered it, and it's 50 skeins. I think they're 8-yard skeins, and I mean, there's blues and burgundies and yellows and pinks, greens. Here's one that's like a really pretty variegated one. I like this teal color. A lot of these are tealish colors. And they're so soft. I always like working with Vicky's thread. I don't work with it as much as I should because I got a bunch. Back when I used to stitch, before I took my 5 or whatever many years off, I ordered a couple of different things. I ordered for like 3 or 4 or 5 different samplers I was doing. I ordered the conversion, like for the Jan Houtman or Jan Houtman, however you pronounce his name. Patchwork. I got for that. I got for Quaker Gone Tropic, and several others. And I used to be in her Thread of the Month club. Every time I'd go away from stitching for a while, quit, and then come back and just sign up for a thread. And the first thing I did when I came back to stitching was look her up, and she was not there anymore. That about broke my darn heart. So when she announced she had found some thread and she was going to do it, I was hoping that somebody could talk her into dyeing again. One of my other favorite dyers quit dyeing, you know, Carrie's Creations. I used to really love her threads, which I still love them, and I got a bunch of them too. When she quit selling, Stitching Bits and Bobs used to have her in their monthly bits where you could get like Thread of the Month Club, and they used to have hers in and that. And then when she stopped selling, then they had them all for sale, and I bought like all the cotton she had left, which is like a bunch. I don't have much now, but it was a bunch. So I still have a bunch of hers, which I use those in quite a few things. But there's 50 different skeins in here. I mean, like I said, they're probably either, I'm not sure how many yards. I know it said on the thing. I don't know if she has any of this left, but I will try to find her Facebook page and link it. If not, you can actually probably just go in there and on Facebook and search for Vicki Clayton hand dye or silk dyer. She has a page, silk dyer. Vicki Clayton. And so yeah, I just got to figure out a way to store these up. There's so many different colors. Oh, I'm so happy with these. I gotta find something to put these in. Oh, I like this dark, like emerald green and blue. That is so nice. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open in case she decides she has more. She decides she wants to start dyeing again, because I will jump right on that bandwagon. And I won't even apologize for it. Well, that's all my haul for this week. I do think I want to do a mid-year whip and a finish parade. I've gotten a few things finished, and I've had several, quite a few whips for the year. I'm not sure exactly how many. Not as many as a lot of people. I've got a bunch, but I mean that I've actually worked on. And I didn't do Stitch Mania this year. I didn't do Jolly July. I was going to, because I was going to stitch on some of my Christmas stuff, and that just got away from me before I stitched on any of it. So that is not good for me. Yeah, I think I might stick those threads in. Maybe they'll fit in here, because the thing that came in, it was like sealed on both ends, so I had to cut it open to get into it. So I am excited about these. I just got to find a way to store these. Probably put them in bags. I'm definitely not going to bobbinate them. That's another thing. I'm really having trouble figuring out a storage system for my thread, because I've got so many different ones, and I just don't know what to do. I don't want to bobbinate my hand-dyed thread. I do my DMC, and I just don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't have a couple. I'm a mess today. Like I said, I've been having discombobulation with my children lately. It's just been driving me up the wall. I need a vacation. So there's all these. All right, everybody. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. I guess if there's not, this is a boring video, and I know probably no one will want to watch it. But I will appreciate it, and I will try to get back. I will see if I can't make a video next week with my mid-year wrap up for the year so far, and see how, which it's already the end of July, mid-year's over with. But anyway, y'all take care, and stay safe. Wear your mask. But if you don't want to, do you. That's what I say. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.